Nós vamos falar sobre como saber
We will talk about how to know when the internet is a problem in your life.
como saber. A internet, você sabe,
The internet, you know, is a tool like a cell phone, as is the television, the radio, and other technologies.
mas infelizmente a internet
But sad enough, the internet has been a problem, a big problem, among Christians. Many assistants, including pastors and people supposed to be of the same faith,
não tem tido maturidade.
isn't mature enough to handle this tool.
Quando você tem uma ferramenta,
When you have a tool,
eu me lembro quando meu pai que
I
trabalhava
remember
com
my
madeira,
father
ensinou a
worked
usar
with wood.
certas ferramentas,
He taught me how to use certain tools, hammers, formation, lime, and other tools. And not knowing how to use these tools, I cut my hand. To this day, I have the scars from the formation that cut the wood, and without me knowing how to use it. I cut my hand. I often hammered myself on my finger because I didn't know how to use the tool correctly. And the internet is a tool like any other. But if you don't know how to use it properly, you will get hurt. And you will get hurt badly. And worse than the hammering of your finger, the internet can take you to hell. If you do not know how to use it, like a lot of you here and wherever you are watching from Brazil, people are falling in their faith because of the internet. We have seen this in the counseling we give to the people. We have seen many couples falling because of the inappropriate use of the internet. How can you distinguish it?
Nós vamos dar para você 10 situações.
We will give you 10 signs, 10 situations to see if you relate with any of them. Maybe you have a problem with the internet and you don't even know. Your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they might have a problem with the internet and you don't know. Let's go through this. See if you identify with any of these problems in your life or someone close to you. So the first thing, to establish if the internet is problematic in your life. First sign, you clear your history of the visited pages. A person that is doing something wrong on the internet does not want anyone to see it. He erases the history after using his cell phone, computer, a phone call, a WhatsApp message, other messages, and everything else. He erases the history, just in case someone does have a look. They will not find anything wrong with what he did. Second sign, you get annoyed when your partner or family explore on your computer or cell phone. You get angry. Why do you get angry? Because you have something to fear. If there is nothing to fear, nothing to hide on your device, you might look at it like this. You could get angry just because it is your personal device. Your computer and another person should not be looking at it. But you know that because you don't have anything to hide, that person will give up looking at it. If they can't find anything wrong, they will not find anything and will give up. If you are doing something wrong, then you will get angry. You will be afraid. Third sign, you have friends on the social network that you don't know personally. We have already committed this blunder because, like with every new tool, we don't know how to use it. And when we firstly open Facebook, to everyone who asks to be a friend, we accepted. Accept me, add me, and we added them. Pretty soon, you had 5,000 friends, but you don't know anyone. You do not know anyone. With time, we understood that those friends added on the internet are not friends. Social network calls it friends. But friends is something else. Those people are not friends. They are a bunch of strangers. Just because you liked the pictures, or because I don't even know why, but for some reason, you did it because you wanted to. You think that Facebook or any other social network is a popularity contest. The one that has the most friends, you want more people to like what you are posting, you start adding them. And this is where the problem starts, because you gather a bunch of strangers on your page, on social network, be it on WhatsApp. Things start to happen, exchange of information, which has nothing to do with them. This is not what usually happens between friends, between true friends. So, a sign that the internet has become a problem for you is that you have friends that you don't know personally on your social network and in your contacts. Fourth sign. You are always on social network, but demonstrate antisocial behavior towards the people around you. So, your wife, your husband is next to you, your father, your mother, your son, I don't know who, are next to you eating. You are in a circle of people talking, and you are there. But you don't talk to real people anymore. You are stuck on a screen. Your life is stuck on a screen. If you switch it off and put it aside, you won't know how to have a conversation. Looking into their eyes, you just don't know how to talk. You do not know how to have a conversation. And maybe your hands start to shake. You come to the Temple of Solomon without a cell phone. There are people whose hands look like this. There are people with hands shaking like this. They are social on the internet, but antisocial in real life. Antisocial. They do not have any interpersonal relations with others, with their mother, father, with their wife, husband. They have no respect at all. The person is present, wanting to talk, but the person is on the internet. Especially young people. But it is not only the young people.
The person only knows how to talk on the internet.
But that is not a real conversation.
There are many singles in trouble because they can't find someone, because they do not know how to talk to other people. They only know how to talk on the internet, on WhatsApp. They don't know how to approach a person, smile, or ask her how she is doing. She also doesn't know how to do that because the person is so used to the social life she has on the internet that she can't have a social life outside the internet. We see this all of the time. Sometimes there are people who follow me and they leave their comments. But when the person is with me, when she sees me for the first time, she is silent, can't talk to me. She can't smile, she can't talk, saying, "I'm following you. Look, I read." She can't. She can only write. But personally, she can't do it. People are losing what they need the most to be able to have a relationship. These people enter into a relationship and they only know how to date online. They go there just to give a like, post a comment. They have a relationship problem because of the internet, because he did not tag or like on a picture that she posted. She sent a good morning message and he did not reply. One has to be there all the time, 24 hours a day, waiting for a message from the boyfriend. What do you mean? I mean, the internet is there between the two of you. And if the other person is not on the internet, there is a problem with the relationship.
A gente tem que aprender que a internet não é
We have to learn that the internet is not another world which you live in. The internet is a tool, and you should always think like this. Why? Because otherwise you'll end up living in your own world,
Sai do seu ambiente
leaving your
familiar,
family
sai do seu
environment,
casamento,
you leave
você
your
sai-
marriage, you leave,
sai até
you
da sua
even
vida
leave your
espiritual.
spiritual life.
Você tá ali na internet,
You are there on the
você sai-
internet
você sai
and you
do
run out of
espírito.
spirit.
Então, tem
So
que
you
ter
have to be
cuidado,
very
porque não é um
careful
outro
because it
mundo
is
que
not
você
just
pode
another
ficar
world that you
entrando e
can get
saindo,
in
entrando
and
e
out
saindo.
of, in and out. Isn't it?
Continuar.
Let's continue.
Vamos lá.
Fifth sign.
Você
You
busca
search
vídeos
for
ou imagens
pornographic
pornográficas.
images or videos.
Isso é uma das
This
pragas
has been one of the most devastating afflictions among a lot of men.
em muitos homens,
Even
na
inside
igreja,
of the
muitos
church,
maridos,
many
homens
husbands,
solteiros,
not only
homens
single men,
solteiros e
but
homens
also
casados,
married men,
e cada
and
vez mais
increasingly
mulheres por
more women
curiosidade,
out of
porque os homens
curiosity.
estão fazendo,
Because
as
the men
mulheres
are
por
doing
curiosidade
it,
estão
the
querendo
women
fazer
out of
também.
curiosity also want to do it.
E há
There are
quem
those who
defenda que
argue
não há
that
nada de
there is
errado com
nothing
isso.
wrong with it.
Se Jesus
If
disse-
Jesus said,
se Jesus
Jesus
disse
said,
que se eu olhar, se eu tão somente olhar para uma
that
mulher,
if I only look at a woman and desire her in my heart,
eu já estou cometendo
I am
adultério
already
com ela.
committing adultery with her. I already am an adulterer. Jesus said that. And in his time, women would walk around all covered up. What about the pornography of today? What would Jesus say today regarding pornography? What would he say today regarding pornography?
Então, não
So,
existe
there is no
justificativa,
justification. There is no existing and plausible reason for you to justify this behavior or to spice up this relationship or to say it is not a problem because I'm not doing it with anyone. It's only me. I'm not in a relationship with that person anyway. It's only on the internet. It's just a virtual thing. There is no plausible reason for this. If you are thinking of yourself as from God, a Christian, then you have to cover up your eyes. You carefully have to choose what you consume with your eyes, with your mind. That's what leads to a mistake. Pornography causes a coldness in the marriage. Instead of spicing it up, it causes aloofness. It has been proven that prolonged use of pornography generates sexual impotence. The man can no longer have sexual intercourse with his wife, with his real wife. He now only feels stimulated through pornography, and every day more heavy, because it is like a drug. It's like cocaine, and this has scientifically been proven. They conducted studies that proved that the area of the brain that becomes active when someone consumes cocaine and that becomes active when one sees pornography are exactly the same area. It's the same addiction, the same body reaction. The user needs to take stronger doses to get the same adrenaline. Pornography needs to be more intense to have the same effect. It has been proven. Don't make excuses. Do not justify this behavior because it is harmful and diabolical. There is no justification. I don't even have to quote the Bible for this, but as I am talking to the assistants and servants doing the work of God, Christians, be aware of what you are doing. You are marking your mind. If you are single, you young men that discovered sex for the first time through pornography, you do not know the damage you are causing to your mind and your future marriage. When you are getting married, when you go to the bed with your wife for the first time, you will treat her as a porn star. This will be what you want. Why? Because you already imprinted it on your mind that sex is what you saw in pornography. And you would want to do this. Many young people and couples are having this issue today. The young man wants his wife, his young wife, to act like a porn star. You do not understand. You have no idea the damage you are causing in your life. Maybe not now, but in the future. In the future, when you get married, I'm talking to the young people and to the married. I emphasize it. It is totally disrespectful to your wife if you do this. So, pornography is a major problem in the lives of men. Sign number 6. You have a fake profile on the internet in order not to reveal your movements on your official profile. The person trying to hide what they are doing sometimes creates a false profile with a different name and with a different email. They create a different character. And there they do everything their evil side wants to do. They can hide behind a screen and they perform everything that side calls them to do. You have to understand that this fake profile is not actually a fake profile. This fake profile absolutely is what you were talking about.
This fake profile is you. This person you pretend to be, it is actually you. Who you pretend to be, that's the person who you are. You are made official. The one that you want to appear to be, well, that is the fake one. The real page is the fake one, who likes these things, who likes to follow certain people, to like some pictures, to leave some comments. The person that you think is fake, in truth, that is you. This is the person that you really are, because a real person never ever would have a fake profile. So why do I want to have a fake profile? For what? I do not have anything to lose. I have nothing to hide.
This is the virtual definition of two faces. Do you know the expressions of two faces? Do you know? Don't you know? A person has two faces. In effect, the person has two profiles, or 3 or 4, or they have more than one fake profile. 7th sign. You participate in groups on Facebook, WhatsApp, etc., where the content is inappropriate towards your faith. A major problem today among the assistants, and not only the assistants, we have had this problem among pastors as well. Because of and in the name of evangelism, they are creating groups in WhatsApp, Facebook groups, groups on Telegram, groups in other social networks. This is only to send messages. It's to encourage one another. There are people who left the church. I'm talking to the group of my church. In our group, we only encourage each other. And I don't doubt that there are good groups where the message is good and the intentions are good, where the work is 100%. I do not doubt that. We do this type of work on Facebook, on social networks. We do not work with WhatsApp, but we work with Facebook, with Twitter, with Instagram, and we have groups on Facebook for specific people. But this group has rules. This group has a reason to exist. It has criteria. There are rules and things that are wrong that are not allowed in this group. When you join a group and there is someone posting things that are not appropriate towards your faith, or someone there knows you and you are there in that group talking privately to that person. And you are now in this group just to have an excuse to be in the group. But in reality, you just wanted to have contact with the group that you wouldn't have had in real life. This is a sign that the internet has been a problem for you. When you got converted, one of the first things that happened to you, one of the first things that happened to me, and I believe with everyone here, was that you left certain social circles. I left certain friends. I left my girlfriend. I left certain places that I went frequently. Why? Because they were no longer part of my new life. They were people who had a bad influence on me, people whom I accompanied to the parties, people who swore. They had a warped lifestyle, and I was trying to be clean, wanting to follow God. No one told me to separate from them, but my conscience didn't allow me to continue with them. It does not mean that they did not need help, that they did not need salvation, but you have to understand that to win souls has its own ways. It has its own way of being, and that is not to do what other people are doing on the internet. Raising the flag in the name of evangelism, thinking that this is the way of winning souls. Do you want to win souls? Take the magazine of the church and go to the township. Join the evangelization group in the church. Join the groups of the church. Spend time winning souls for real. Spend the soles of your shoes. Spending the fingers is easy. Go and spend the soles of your shoes. Go to the hospitals. Go to a prison. Go with a soul-winning group. Go where actual hell is, where there is disease, where the devil is in flesh and bones. Put your hands to the plow. Get out of these groups that provoke and promote things that is leading you astray. This is the 7th sign. Let's see the 8th sign. Sign number 8. You flirt with the opposite sex through likes, comments, and other messages. The internet is not for flirtations. It's not to flirt. If you are a single person, imagine I am a single boy, a single assistant. There you are at the night vigil. Then I go to the bathroom. I'm sitting in the night vigil. Oh, I'm sitting like this, looking at the altar. Then I go to the bathroom. I get up. I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm just walking in the corridor looking at the young women. Imagine, what would you think of me? Honestly, if I leave the front of the altar and go all the way to the back of the church looking at all the young ladies that I found attractive, and would go from here into the bathroom, what would you think of me? Honestly, what would you think of me? At least that I'm missing a screw, that I'm an idiot. At least. If you think that in real life, what about in virtual life? Is it different in the virtual life? You stay there, huh? I liked the picture of that person. Hi. Hi.
Handsome. Handsome.
You are beautiful.
With all due respect.
But if it was only one person that he was trying, that he was serious about, his way of approach, but he is trying with one here, then he goes to another and tries there too. Suddenly, he is talking to 2, 4, 5, a lot of women at the same time. It is unacceptable. Excuse me for the expression, but it is unacceptable. You are a jerk. You young man, young woman, you married man, old, young, whatever you are a jerk.
Você não tem o Espírito
I'm
Santo. Me
sorry,
desculpa,
but you
você
do
não
not
tem.
have the Holy Spirit.
Você não tem, você é uma pessoa
You
de
do not
duas
have
faces.
him. You
Você
are a
você
person with
lobo
two
vestido de
faces.
ovelha.
You're a
E
wolf
você vai
dressed in
cair
sheep's
feio.
clothing,
Se você
and you
não
will
se
fall
atentar ao
badly.
aviso
If
que o
you
Espírito
do not
Santo está dando
heed
pra
the
você
warning
nessa
that the
vigília
Holy
de hoje,
Spirit is
você vai
given
cair
to you
feio.
at today's night vigil, you will fall
Porque você está
badly,
brincando com
horrible.
fogo. Você está
Because
brincando
you are playing with fire, playing with the feelings of other people. If you are in a relationship and you are in a conversation with others, you are playing with fire. Tomorrow you will obtain it. When you have a problem in your marriage or someone else begins to talk to your wife, to your husband, and your husband is in contact with me, or your husband is charming me on the internet, and you start having problems in your relationship, do not complain, because you have been warned. You are playing with fire. It's not just a harmless joke, an innocent thing. Maybe in the beginning, but it will lead to worse consequences in the future. When the rules are broken, you have to be radical. Do not have contact with people unless it is for a professional purpose or your family, people you know. But if you have people on the social network that annoy your partner, then cut these people. Why do you insist on keeping these people? This proves that you are not well, but there is more. Let's go to the 9th sign. Sign number 9. You can't stop playing a certain video game. This will affect many people. But I don't care. I don't really care. Do you know why? Because it is the truth. You are an addict. You can't stop playing that game. You are an addict. Plain and simple. An addiction is a lack of self-control, and a lack of self-control is a lack of the Holy Spirit. A lack of the Holy Spirit is a sign that you are disturbed, that you do not belong to God. I do not play video games, but once I visited someone. It doesn't happen often, but this happened many years ago when I was younger, much younger. I visited a pastor and his son was playing a video game and I played with him, but that was it. I was visiting the boy, but I was not hooked. I did not leave his house saying that I needed to buy a PlayStation because I liked it. I did not do that. Have I sinned? No, I have not sinned. I was spending time with the boy. But when it becomes part of your life and you spend hours and hours at it, it disrupts your sleep. It hurts your intimacy with your wife. You don't go to bed the same time as she or him. You remain antisocial, as I mentioned before. Every time you have a break, there you are playing the video game. You are spending your money getting addicted to the video game. You want it because now you can move to the next level. It is stealing your time. Then you have a problem. A person born of God, a person who has the Holy Spirit, that values. He has a clear conscience and knows the importance and the value of time. The value of time out there, they say that time is money. Isn't it? Isn't it? Time is money. To us, time is souls. So why will I spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, several hours a week playing video games? Don't I have anything better to do in my life? Even if I do not evangelize, don't I have anything else more productive to do with my life? You that are from God, who have the Holy Spirit, be aware of the value of time. And video games are one of the most futile activities that the human being has ever invented. Just nonsense. Total waste of time. What do you gain? Nothing. Zero. Zero. You play the video game and you get what out of it? Zero. You get nervous when you do not win the game. You get angry with people because they speak. Zero gain. Zero. But he is breaking through in the world. Video games isn't breaking through in the world. Why? The world lies in the hands of the one that you already know. And the last sign. Sign number 10. You get angry, fight, and defend your privacy when your partner complains about your online activities. So, the wife says, please turn off the cell phone. Please. Why are you on this site? My goodness. My goodness. You are annoying me. It's my privacy. It's my life. You fight with your wife. You make a case out of it because you don't want to leave the Facebook page. Facebook has already created a lot of problems for you, but you do not want to leave Facebook. You guys already fought because of Facebook. This is messing your marriage, but you protect Facebook instead of the opposite, protecting your marriage and divorcing Facebook. Are you capable to marry the Facebook and divorce your wife or your husband? This is the state of some people. They are irritated because of this nonsense that didn't even exist some years ago, and we live well. Was there life before Facebook? Yes, there was. But it seems that people have forgotten that, and they are defending it tooth and nail. No. You have to respect my privacy. In marriage, there is no privacy. In marriage, privacy does not exist. In everything I do, she has access. And in all she does, I have access. We do not have this policy of privacy. And if the internet is stealing something from us, we have to stop and review our beliefs. So, 10 signs to establish if the internet has become a problem in your life. How many of them is applicable to you? Watch.